Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Shunyata Path. It's been almost about 2 weeks since I made my last video, so here I am. Today, we are going to do pick a card reading for different areas of life. So group number 1 is self-worth. So this group is for anyone who is struggling with self-respect or self-dignity, and have those kind of challenges in their life. This is the group that you want to go with. Group number 2 is Rose. So anyone who is struggling with love life or want to get guidance around relationships, this is the group that you want to go with. Group 3 is Decision. So this is for people who have something big happening in their life, or if they are stuck between two different sides and you want some guidance in terms of help making decision, this is the group you want to go with. And group number 4 is Hope. So it's pretty self-explanatory, group number 4. So take a few minutes, meditate on all 4 options available, and I'll see you at your reading. Welcome back, group number 1. So you chose self-worth as the group. Let's get into your reading. So first we will get the current energies about the situation and try to understand a little bit more. And then we will get some guidance cards around the situation. Okay, group number 1. Oh, wow. Okay. It is... This is crazy. You have 4 major arcana cards, which itself signifies there are major events that are happening in your life. For some of you, and again, I want to be cautious when I say this, for some of you, there is a situation where third person is involved in the relationship because of which you're not feeling the self-worth and you are struggling with that situation. The reason I say this is because over here, if you see, I have 3 pentacles and 3 swords. You have this, the feeling that I'm getting right now is you have this cold or an hurt kind of feeling that's going on in your heart. And that's not just you, you and your partner both are feeling like that, which is also very confusing. Here, if you see, it's Five of Pentacles, where, like, others are having this warmth feeling, even though, like, there is a place where you can get the warmth. You are still outside in, like, really brutal weather and going through challenging situation. Something else to denote here is there's a repetition of number 5, which indicates there's a change coming in the relationship, right? So even though it may seem like the situation is very bad and it's not going to get worse, there is a victory card towards the end. So, and you as a group number 1 people, you have that power of turning around the situation. However, it is going to take some time. So I also see this Hermit card where it says, like, there is still time where you are going to feel lonely. You are going to feel secluded in your own little cove, and it is recommended to take this time to just self-reflect on what your self-worth is. So, because this is how you're going to be able to overturn the situation, right? So the High Priestess card here speaks to the fact that you have that support from higher powers, and you have all the, I would say, like, magician's ability to turn around the situation, right? And you have victory, success towards the end. So, however, there is still some time, because if you see, like, this Four of Swords card, this is where it indicates that you are going to take some time to just self-reflect and wait for the time to come, right? For those who are not dealing with this third person in the life situation, you're kind of going through this in your business or work place, where if you have a collaboration going on with another team or another team member, there's this third person from probably another team or a third business partner who is trying to break your close relationship with the other partner that you're close to. So for some of you, this might be in relationship. For the other members of the group, this might be in your work relationship. However, success is evident in the end. So let's get a couple of more cards in terms of what can we do to resolve the situation. Dear Spirit Guides, can you please provide us some guidance card in terms of how to help group number 1 resolve the situation? Please and thank you. Oh, I was feeling like it has to be this card, and this is what came out. Anyway, so the first card that came out is prayer. Like I said, you have the High Priestess card, right? So you do have that support from your guides, your ancestors, if you will, from the universe. So all you need to do is take the time to meditate. So these two cards is where it says, like, you're going to spend some time by yourself, right? So take this time to meditate and kind of pray to your support guides for help. And the other thing that you want to do is keep your heart filled with love. Always remember that any situation that you come across, whatever you hold in your heart is the energy what the other person is going to feel. It's just like how we say that a child always reflects the members that he or she surrounded with, right? It's not just true for child, it's true for every single member or every single living being on this universe. So if you're going to carry love in your heart, that is what it's going to emanate, and that is what the other person is going to eventually feel trapped, or not trapped, but eventually feel that energy. However, that does not mean that you have to let the other person disrespect you. You have to stand tall and fight for what is right. However, fight doesn't mean you have to be harsh, right? So there's a clear distinction between respect and love. I don't want you to conflate the meanings here, but have that feeling of love in your heart. And that is what eventually you'll get in this situation. Hope this and this is actually true for even work relationship, you know, like love may not apply to work, but again, respect is what applies to work, right? So regardless of whatever the third person does in your work relationship, you stand tall and you continue behaving however you would continue behaving in the absence of this third person. And that is what will help the other person recognize your significance in their career, right? So yeah, I hope this reading resonated with y'all. Please leave me a comment if it did. And if it did not resonate, please check out the other groups that I'm going to get into. And I'll see you again next time. Thank you. Bye-bye. Welcome back, group number 2. So you chose Rose. So let's get into the reading. First, we're going to get the energies around the situation and try to understand the situation a little bit more. And then we'll get some guidance cards. Oh, again. So okay, this is just let me show you what's actually amazing. So this is a rules card. Remember, I said that this card is for group number 2 who are kind of loving, struggling with love kind of energy, right? Or love relationship, if you will. Look at this. Two people in a relationship. Heart, where you're aching. And I have this home and child in the card. So let's understand the situation a little bit more. So it seems like what you are right now going through with this other person or your partner, this seems very evidently for love relationship. So I think majority of the people in this group are actually going through that struggle, or just maybe you're trying to get some guidance around that, around love relationship. Maybe you're not going through that struggle, but some of you are. So it seems like you both have really good understanding or really good chemistry with your partner, and you really balance out the strengths and weaknesses of each other, which is great. Also, something that is standing out here in this card is that you have the support from the universe, you have the support from the angels in your relationship. So it is meant to be, if that resonates with you. The color that kind of keeps on standing out to me is red color in your reading, which indicates there is love. There is love in your heart, and there's enough love for each other to keep happy. However, time and again, you run into a situation where you feel cold. You have this cold-hearted feeling for each other, right? You feel like everyone is happy around you, everyone has all the comfort that they need, but then you are in the situation, then why are you struggling, and why don't you have that comfort in your life? Again, that feeling is very temporary, that comes and goes in your relationship. But time and again, you go back to that feeling and you think about those thoughts, thinking that if this relationship is meant to be, that's the feeling that I'm getting clearly from this reading. And when this situation happens, you start doubting if there is something else that's going on, right? So it's like a spiral of negative thoughts that happens. However, based on the reading that I'm seeing right now, that is not the case. This is just you feeling like maybe something else is going on is actually probably just an illusion at this point. Because sometimes you might think like, how is it possible that this relationship is too good to be true, right? That's the kind of feeling that you get most of the time. And that feeling of having amazing relationship is making you self-doubt if this is even possible. But however, you are actually blessed with that. And look at this. This is one of the best cards that you can get. Like, you have the blessing from the universe, from higher beings. There is growth indicated, right? So there is growth. All the green leaves here, they indicate growth. You have guidance from higher beings, and they are actually here supporting the relationship. And I think what you need to do is like just clear your head and think straight. As soon as you do that, this is what's going to happen. There is victory, there is growth, there is nice home with kids playing in near future or little distant future. Doesn't matter, but basically there's a home with partners together, right? See, there's a home in the background, so relationship, beautiful relationship with a nice home and kids in the future. So this is what's going on in your mind right now. Like, you have just confusion that seems like is an illusion. But let's see if there's something that we can do to help the situation. Dear spirit guides, can you please provide guidance to group number 2 to how to help this situation? Please and thank you. Oh my God. Okay. This is just crazy thoughts. Told you this is all your this is just your thoughts that's kind of creating illusion right now in your head. So clear out your thoughts. And is there anything else that they can do? Please and thank you. Oh, I see. Okay. So it's very different advice. So it seems like you should probably eat healthy, and feed your mind with positive thoughts. So, okay. So you know how when we watch news, I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying that you should not watch news. When we watch news, when we watch movies, those thoughts are the thoughts that get stuck in our head. And that kind of, how our subconscious mind tries to connect dots, right? So what happens is, like, when you see a negative situation on TV or in a movie, your subconscious mind tries to think like, oh, what if it happens in my life, right? What would I do at that point? And just that negative thought, that speck of thought, is what creates those kind of spirals, right? So this is what you want to avoid. It's okay for you to watch anything, it's okay for you to read anything, but once you are done reading that, disconnect yourself. Your real life is separate from all these media and things that you read in books. Okay, so your real life is actually really beautiful. So focus on what's in front of you, your relationship, how it is healthy and nice. And I think that itself is going to help you come out of this negative spiral and help you achieve what you think is happening for real, that this is a relationship meant to be. So hope this resonated with group number 2 members. Um, if there's anything that did not resonate, please leave that part. But I have a strong feeling that most of you, if not all, are going through this situation in your love relationship. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye. Welcome back, group number 3. So you chose decision. So let's get into your reading. We are going to first get current energies for the situation to try to understand the situation a little bit more, and then we'll get into the guidance for the situation. I'm having a feeling that there are more than one situations that are going to show up in the cards. Let's see. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I knew. Just a second, I'm gonna pick up the card that dropped. Wow, okay. There are a lot of situations that showed up. So let's see. We are going to kind of try to separate out them so it's easy to understand how many situations are we looking at. Okay. Oh, this is a very strong reading. I already feel it. You have lots of court cards, which is a little unusual. Oh, I see what's going on here. Oh man, okay. Well, okay. Okay, so let's go through a couple of different situations that are showing up in the reading. The first one is the lover's energy. So it seems like some of you are trying to make a decision if you want to move forward with the relationship that you're in. It looks like you're pretty happy, but it also seems like if you move forward from this point onwards, it it is a commitment that you are going to make, which is where you're kind of like at that cross section if you want to move forward or not. So that's the first situation that's showing up here. The second situation is where you have a lot of different areas of life that need your attention. One is this is for someone who is a little bit I want to say like mature. I mature in the sense like you are not in your teenagers. This is for someone who is like men or women who have like different areas that they need to pay attention to, versus a young person who has pretty much like two or three things that they are doing in their life, right? Like for example, like either they're just studying or they are focusing on their career, um, and might have a partner that they are with. But for like for a man and a woman who are towards they're probably in their late 30s or 40s, or someone or even older than that, they have to think about a permanent home. They have to think about how to have good investment in place to secure the future, about their life partner, taking care of their kids, um, and also how to make sure that you have the clarity of thought at all times to make the right decisions. So that's the other situation that's going on, where you are someone who is getting pulled in all different directions and you're trying to figure out which area do you want to focus on more. Okay. And yeah, so that's the second situation that's going on. For the third situation, I think that you are someone who is in a leadership role at your work, where there is like a competition going on with your peers, where you are kind of feeling responsible to show, I mean, you're kind of feeling pressurized to show that you are capable of doing the work um, that you're supposed to do. So it's, I would say like it's a work competition or like a job competition. If you are someone who owns a business, you are feeling pressurized in your industry where you have probably another um, company who kind of sells the same products or same services, and you're feeling competitive or you're feeling pressurized to show that your products or your services are better or of great quality that you are promising the customers to. So those are three situations that are showing up. So let's get into the first one, the lovers situation or the partner situation here. So it seems like your partner is actually really good and has a very good, based on the reading, it shows like there's a great compatibility between the both of you. You have universal support if you want to move forward. Um, you have angels blessing if you believe in that. There's huge like bright yellow sun, so you have bright future. You have the blessings. Let me show you this card. It's such a beautiful card. um you see these hands, see these are blessing hands. The wings here indicate that you have blessings from the angels. The sun in the background shows that you have a bright future. And even if, so all the struggles that you have gone through, those are in the past, so you have already moved past those struggles. And what I see next is a lot of growth in this relationship if you were to move forward with the commitment. So that's the first one. the let's get into the second situation. So for people, or for the members who are struggling with a lot of different areas of life, what I feel is that either you are male or your masculine energy is really high. However, what I'm also feeling is that you are trying to take on this burden by yourself, which is what is not helping you in the situation. What you need to do is, and honestly, like you have a very strong personality. Like I feel you, if not all of you, most of you might be actually, your sun sign might be Taurus, or one of your personality traits might be Taurus, because you have a lot of stubbornness in you, where you think that you want to handle everything by yourself, which is, again, it's not a bad thing, because I myself am Taurian, and I'm pretty stubborn. So, however, because there's so many aspects that you need to pay attention to, it is good to lean on and lean on to your partner, right? Your partner is equally capable. If you see here, she is someone, or he is someone with feminine energy, but he can or she can help you actually take on the responsibilities and share them equally with you. So yeah, lean on to your partner more than you are right now, and that is going to help you. Because what's not going to be helpful is, okay, if you, right now, what I'm feeling is, because you're not leaning on to your partner, this is how you're feeling. It feels like you both are struggling with this lot of pressure from life, and it feels like you both are kind of like trapped in this relationship, right? Which is what you don't want to feel. And one of the focus that you are trying to actually maintain here is that you have enough clarity of thoughts. And if you don't lean onto your partner, that clarity is not going to come into the picture. And that is why you want to lean onto your partner more. And that itself will help heal the situation and help you get out of the situation. Because as soon as you'll start leaning on to your partner, you will see there's a surge in positive energy. And that positive energy is going to bring so much calmness in your relationship that the struggles or the different areas of life that you are trying to focus on, everything will kind of start working out by itself. So yeah, take the support from your partner, because that is why they are there for, right? Why do we get into a relationship? Because we want that support from the other person or other partner in our life. But unless you give them the chance to show the support, it's not going to work. So take the time to let them show you how much they support you. So that's the second situation. The third situation that I mentioned is where you have to show that you are capable of taking on the responsibility that you have been given. So in this case, the basically what the reading says is that you are capable. You got the best card actually that anyone can get in career or work relationship, where you have Ace of Pentacles. You have to focus. Do not focus on what's not there. Focus on your cup. It is full. You don't have to worry about anything. Just focus on your own capability or your own skills that you have. And everything's going to work out. See, what's amazing in this card is, even though there are waves in the ocean, your platform is afloat. It's stable. You are sitting at peace because you are focusing on what you have. You have this torch where you can if there is darkness, you are going to be the one who is going to illuminate that path. Okay. Whenever there's going to be tough times for the company or the organization that you're working for, you are going to be the one who is going to stand tall and help them come out of that situation. So focus on your own ability and skill. Let's see what else is showing up. Yeah, something else that's, you are someone who actually loves animals, or are attracted to just environment, and like, yeah, you are someone who is close to animals, or like love having animals around, or love being in nature. That is what's showing up. You are also someone who has that amazing skill of looking beyond the current difficulties. So that is the skill that you want to rely on the most. So you are someone who is forward thinking and can look at the distance and can assess like what troubles are going to come in the path. So in your career or business, and kind of work on preventing those situations to occur, right? And you have victory card in the end. So this is what the sun card is. The, see, again, like there's a bright future here. You have a great personality where you actually, something that stands out is like, probably you are also someone who is, um you have a funny side to your personality. Like humor is something that you love, and again the animal showed up, so you are a lover of animal most likely, and you love being in nature. So yes, you have victory card here. I'm gonna get a few. I know this reading was a little bit longer, but because there are three situations, I wanted to go into all three of them one by one. Let's get some guidance cards in terms of how to um, help each of these situations. So can I please get some guidance cards for the lower situation? Oops. Oh, okay. Is there anything else? Any other guidance card for the lower situation? The okay, I see. So the card that showed up here is self-worth. So whatever you have going on in this relationship, you deserve this relationship. So think of that. Um, the other thing to always remember is whatever you are going to have in your heart is what is you're going to reflect. Okay, so you are a mirror of what you see. So remember to have the best feelings for your partner, and that exactly is the, for your partner and for yourself, and that exactly is what is going to happen in your relationship. And also remember, like this card, actually, I forgot to get into this card. Ace of Swords is where, it is basically talking about all the struggles in the past that you went through. Now you have come through all of that, and you have that clarity now, and the paths have resolved, all the struggles have resolved. So just look into the future, and it's a positive card. So you should definitely move forward with this relationship if that's what you're thinking about. So self-worth and mirror is what is the guidance for the lovers group. Now let's get guidance for the group who has to focus on many different areas. Spirit guides, can you please give us guidance cards for um, members who need to focus on many different areas in their life, please, and thank you. Okay. Oops. Okay. So the first card that showed up here is wisdom. So you are smart, just use your wisdom and share the responsibility with your partner. Water chalice. So this is the card that speaks about the emotional stability that you need, right? So the wisdom is going to bring that emotional stability that you're looking for. Right now, it seems like you are actually overwhelmed with so many different areas that you need to focus on, rightfully so, right? However, you also want to make sure that you calm down your emotions to be able to execute with clarity and use your wisdom and lean on your partner for that support. That's going to help. Also, something else that you should also focus on is prayer. So, when we are actually entangled in a lot of hustle bustle in our life, we tend to forget that there is there is a power in all of us and beyond us that we can lean on and take the support that we need. So a few minutes of prayer is going to help you feel a lot better and kind of will help you get the peace for those couple of seconds that you need in order to act rationally in the next for the latter part of the day, right? So the guidance card that I got for you is um, pray for a few seconds during the day. Okay, let's get guidance card for the carrier situation. Dear Spirit Guides, can you please give us guidance card for the members who are struggling with career or business situation? Please and thank you. Okay. So, like I said earlier, that it's in your mind. If you just stay calm and focus on the skills that you have, that is going to help you resolve the situation. I think there is one more card that needs to come out. That's it. Oops. Yeah, see, I knew. Expression. Okay. So stand tall in your skills, have a clear head, and speak what you feel. You need to start expressing. Don't let the thoughts overcome your expression, because sometimes when we overthink, we do not tend to speak what is what we need to say, right? So that's the card that showed up, that keep your head clear and express whatever you're feeling about the situation to whoever you need to talk to. Do not suppress your expression, because that's not going, you are in a role where you need to speak up. People look people look at you for the role that you're in. So yeah, express your thoughts, because that is going to help the situation more, and that is what is going to bring you success. Okay, so hope this reading resonated with you guys. I know it was quite lengthy reading, but we covered a lot of different scenarios within this group. So hope this resonated with you. Please leave me a comment and feedback. I would love to hear from you guys. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye. Welcome back, group number 4. You chose hope as your group. So let's get into your reading. We're going to first pull a few cards to understand the situation that's going on, and then we'll pull some guidance cards to understand how to deal with the situation. Right. Okay. Um, okay. This is actually, I'm feeling like the the energy that I'm getting from this reading is as if I'm really tired. So is belonging, whoever belongs to group number 4, I can sense your tiredness or exhaustion from the situation that's happening right now. Um, Most likely, the situation revolves around your child, for some of you at least, if not yourself. Um, you have your feminine energy is very high, and it seems like your intuition is, you are someone with um you're very intuitive, and that's why what you're feeling is that the situation that your child is in is going to lead to some kind of heartbreak. Now, okay, this is actually crazy. What is actually happening within you is that you are remembering the feeling that you experienced when you went through a similar situation in your life, and you want to try to save your child from that heartbreak. Wow. Okay. Um, it's amazing how the messages flow, but this is exactly what I'm feeling. But the reason you're trying to save your kid um, from the situations because you don't want them to experience the same kind of pain that you went through at some point in your life. However, um, what you have to remember is everyone have their own life's journey, right? Something that you can never forget is there's always hope, right? So that's one thing. And the second thing is um, your child's destiny has been written by him or her. So you trying to stop something is not going to probably work out how you think it would work out, right? So maybe your child has a different outcome, which kind of actually shows here. So maybe this is just a part of your thinking that's what's going to happen. The reason you're thinking like what you're the reason you're thinking like this is because you have, for the most part, you have always been correct whenever you would see that this is probably going to happen, and for the most part that has always happened. However, in this situation, your past life trauma is actually clouding your judgment in the situation. That's what's showing up. Something to something that also stands out in this reading is that probably either your husband or your partner who has higher masculine energy is trying to stop you from dictating how your child proceeds in this situation, but you are probably not listening to them either. Which which is not unusual. Like when anyone is going through a situation, like some for the most part, like we kind of not listen to our partners very clearly in the beginning, but then at times we do tend to listen. So in this situation, that's what's happening, that you're not listening to your partner who is actually trying to um, ask you to let your child be and him or her decide what the path should be, because he is positive that maybe it will work out, and that is what you need to start listening to. What else do I see here? Yes, so something else that also shows up is that you might perceive your child as immature, which he or she might be right now. However, I know I keep on saying child, but that's the energy that I'm feeling here, that um, you are someone with motherly or fatherly energy, and this reading is about your kid. Your child does have a bright future. So with experiences in his or her life journey, they are going to grow, and they are very skilled, and they're going to have a very, like, he or she is going to become very mature in their lifetime. So this is just a phase that they are in right now, but they have a bright future. If you see the sun, they have a bright future. They have the blessings that they need. um, he or she is going to have their fair share of struggles, but they're going to get past that, and their relationship is going to grow. So um, it's nothing unusual. We all fall in relationship, we all fall in love, we have relationship. Once we are with our partners, we go through different struggles and we grow and mature, right? That is exactly the same path that's showing up here. Nothing stands out. So um I think the reason you chose the hope card is because you you had a hope that your child listens to you, with whatever decision you're trying to make for them. However, the reading is turning out to be slightly different. Messages are like the messages that come from spirit guides. You never know what they're gonna tell you. So this is what the reading is showing up. Let's try to get a couple of guidance messages from them to see what can help in the situation. Um, Dear Spirit Guides, can you please tell us can you please give us some couple of guidance messages for group number 4, please and thank you. Ah, I see. Okay. It's actually so amazing how spirits communicate, because every time this kind of thing happens, and it just blows my mind. So the first thing is fear, which is what you're experiencing right now. And it's courage. So you need to gather courage to get over your fear. Isn't this great? I'm loving it. I'm just loving how spirit guides communicate. It's just mind blowing. Um, okay, coming back to the reading. So the ultimate guidance here for group number 4 is that gather the courage that um, you can to overcome this fear that you have in your heart, because you know you have a bright child who is going to go through same life experiences that we all go through. So it's fine, trust them, and that will help them trust you more. That is more crucial in all the relationships that we have, right? Like if we trust them, they trust us in return, and this is how your relationship with your child will grow. You have to gather the courage to speak the positive words to help them trust you, and because only if you create that safe environment, they can confide in you whenever they run into issues. So hopefully this reading resonated with you guys. If it did not, please feel free to check out other groups and see if something else relates. But please leave me a comment or feedback if you like the video, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye.